Her elderly lover was in Jaipur. Every night at a fixed time he would call her. They would have very long conversations. 5 days passed in this manner. On that day, as she was preparing to go to the market to buy groceries, her female companion also got ready to accompany her. I asked, "Is it appropriate for you to go outside?" She replied, "I don't think there is any danger. I came here a couple of times a long time ago. Now no one would even recognize me. And besides, it is not necessary that the tourism officials are roaming the streets looking for me." I said, "Fine, but remain cautious." After 10 to 15 minutes, both of them left. My partner and I were alone in the bungalow. She prepared some tea, brought it over, and sat on the sofa opposite me. She had made some tea for herself as well. She said, "If we leave this place, the dangers for us will be minimized. The other girl also wants to leave here. She will try to settle somewhere in Punjab, but what should be done about her companion?" I replied, "I think I will try to make her adjust with the other girl. That woman has done a great favor for us. Not only did she help us at every step, but for our sake she also ruined everything she had. She put her life at stake. Obviously, we cannot leave her alone. Some arrangement will have to be made for her as well." She looked at me, smiled, and said, "And what arrangement will you make for me?" I said, "Living with me, you have already become half Muslim. While crossing the border, I will make you a full Muslim." She asked, "Really? Will you really take me across the border with you?" I replied, "That is the intention. Now only time will tell whether I succeed in my intention or not." She said, "I am very happy." We got up from there and came outside. 3 or 4 chairs were lying under the trees. I sat on one of the chairs and my partner began strolling near the flower bed. She plucked a marigold flower, came over and sat on the chair opposite me. The weather was very pleasant. A breeze was blowing and the sky was overcast. It had been about an hour and a half since the 2 women had left. It was nearly 10 p.m. at that time, and in my opinion, they were not expected to return before 11 p.m. My partner and I sat there, continuing our conversation. In fact, she was making plans for the future. It was as if she had decided on her own that there was no longer any danger for us. After leaving this place, we would be free, and we would cross the border from Punjab with great ease to enter the neighboring country. However, I knew that all of this would not prove to be so easy. I had disrupted their plans. By entering their house, I had caused them irreparable damage. Dozens of their men had met their deaths at my hands. Their mastermind was the one behind all the plots. The merciless way I had put him to death, they would not be able to forget for a long time. The biggest thing was that many of their secrets had come into my possession. The most important female member of their group was facing defeat after defeat at my hands, and I was certain that I would not be given an easy opportunity to cross the border. Yet my partner was under the delusion that we would cross the border with great ease. We were sitting under the trees discussing these very things when pitter-patter drops of rain began to fall from the sky. The drizzle grew heavier. My partner was in an open area and got completely drenched. I was under the trees. I was also worried about the 2 women, but there was reassurance that they had a car. I was still thinking about all of this when the car stopped in front of the gate with the sharp screeching sound of brakes. My partner quickly stepped forward and opened the gate, and the car came inside. Seeing the girl sitting behind the steering wheel, I could not help but be startled. Her face looked completely pale, as if the color had drained from it. Not seeing her companion with her, my heart sank. I stood up and quickly walked over to her. Meanwhile, my partner also closed the gate and came near. She turned off the engine and was getting out of the car. I asked, "What happened? Why are you so panicked? Where is your companion?" Her lips trembled and she said, She has been caught." The word "what?" escaped my mouth involuntarily. I felt as if a bomb had exploded over my head. I stood there motionlessly, staring at her face. The rain grew heavier and we came inside. A deathly paleness was spread across her face, and my partner's condition was even worse than hers. She was completely drenched, and perhaps it was the effect of some unknown fear that a slight tremor had taken over her. Taking quick steps, she rushed into her room and emerged a few minutes later after changing her clothes. To shield herself from the cold, she had wrapped a shawl around her. I asked the girl who drove, "How did all this happen?" "Where were you at that time?" she said. "We kept shopping in different markets. I stopped at a shop while she walked a little ahead. As soon as I tried to catch up to her, 2 men grabbed her by her arms from both sides and dragged her away. I stopped. She had seen me, but she made no movement that would make others suspect that I was with her. Both of those men belonged to the police. They took her a little distance away and stopped. One man mercilessly searched her and recovered a revolver from her clothes. Some more people had gathered. I was also standing a bit back in that crowd. One or two men from the crowd reprimanded those two men for misbehaving with her, upon which one of the men revealed that they belonged to the police, and pointing to one side, he said that this woman is an accomplice of those dangerous terrorists who have been sought for several days. Like the other people, I also looked in that direction, and I felt as if the breath had caught in my chest.